Welcome, everyone, to today's episode of the Uncorked Corner podcast. I'm Bianca. I'm here with my co-host, Nick, and we are so excited to be welcoming Bianco Sausage and their team. Francesca and Joseph are here to give us the rundown about what they do. So we'll get started by having you all introduce yourselves. We got an awesome group here, and we'll kick it off.
Hi, I'm Francesca Bianco.
I'm Joseph Bianco.
So let's start off by having you guys give us a bit of the history of the company, how long it's been around, where you guys out of and everything. We're Boston locals as well, so you guys are right there in the Medford area. But where can people get your meats? Where can they find you, whether it's from you guys directly or in stores around the area?
You want to talk? Want me to talk first? All right. To answer your question of how long we've been around for, our grandfather started the business back in 1960. There was a small butcher shop in Revere. Then we moved a couple blocks down to more of a manufacturing style setting where we, for about 50 plus years, did everything, manufacturing sausages, marinated meats, service restaurants, supermarkets. We moved to Medford in 2017 to a 30,000 square foot facility, which was about 6 times the size of our old place. So we have a small retail store here in Medford. You can find us in local supermarkets, whether they be a small little market, like a mom and pop style, or we, I don't want to name in particular ones, but I mean, we're kind of in all the big supermarket chains all around Massachusetts. And we've recently started to expand to throughout New England and New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine as well.
And I've started seeing your stuff popping up around here in different places as well, because I'm up here
in
Portland, Maine. So it's good being able to see it up here as well.
Yeah, we're trying to, come up with new products, seasonally, whether it be just new flavors of marinated meats or just a whole new product line. We always try and grow and come up with, fresh and new ideas. So it's not always just the same product year in and year out.
And we're a third generation business. Our grandfather started it and he worked with our father. He developed a lot of our first recipes. And then my father took over and my father is still here. He works with us every day. So now it's me, Joseph, and our brother, Lewis.
That's awesome. And we've grown up obviously eating all of your products, but I was really only familiar with the sausage until recently. I didn't realize how expansive your product line actually was. So that was pretty cool. And we've really enjoyed trying all the different meats that you have. But can you give us an idea of what some of the variety looks like? Of course, you have your classic Italian sausage, you have your ground sausage. What are the other meats that you offer that maybe people would be less familiar with?
Well, we have a bunch of flavors of sausage. We have Chinese, we have broccoli rabe, we have garlic and cheese, spicy chicken and gorgonzola. We have the breakfast apple. We do chorizo now, but then on the marinated meats line, we have multiple flavors of steak tips, house, teriyaki, bourbon, honey barbecue, marinated chicken, really great marinated chicken thighs that are awesome all year round on the grill or in the oven. Chicken wings, we have 3 really good flavors of chicken wings. One of our newest one is the Chinese style chicken wings. They're kind of have you ever had our Chinese pork strips?
Yep.
Yeah, so those are really a fan favorite. They've been around for a long time, and a lot of people around here that it's going to the Kowloon and getting one of those Chinese boneless pork strips. Everyone loves those, so we use that marinade on the chicken wings, and those have really been a hit so far.
Yeah, that was delicious pork. I loved eating that. And that's whether it's on a sausage, I've had that all different kinds of ways, sausage, chicken, and that pork, and that marinade's good. No matter what you put it on. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do,
we make our own hamburger patties too. We have fresh patties. We have turkey tips. We have chicken tips. We're always coming up with new marinades. If you ever come into our retail store, we have an array of meats. We also sell prime steaks too.
Steaks, pork chops. We do all types of, any cut of meat someone's looking for. We can most likely do it all here. So.
And working in a third generation family business, how is the experience working with family? And obviously it's been in the family for so long. What are some of your favorite parts about it?
Well, we do like everything together. So we work together, and then on the weekends we're usually together. Joseph didn't come over yesterday, but usually every Sunday my mom cooks something. My other brother popped in, and we vacation together. People wonder how we do it all the time. How are we together so much? But I don't, at work we argue definitely, but when we leave, we try and check out and be a normal family again.
But it's cool though, working with family, and even like you said, not even just being third generation. I mean, growing up, I mean, our grandfather was still, he kind of was basically retired, but he would still pop in from time to time and just kind of, check things out basically. And again, our dad's still here, so we're working, the three of us, and with our father as well. So it's really cool to be able to not only spend time outside of work, but despite the pros and cons, I guess, of working with family, for the most part it's all good. So it's enjoyable.
And in that, how does that manifest itself? Where do you all have your own specialties, something that is one of you the finance guy and one of you marketing, and or you all have your hands in the meats and everything, or do you a little bit of everything?
We all kind of get our hands in everything, but I mean, for the most part, we all do have, there's things that one of us will specifically do over another. Like I do, finance and like HR stuff, and I, get involved with our food safety programs and stuff like that. So I'm not usually, one to go into production.
We will go into production, yeah.
We all try and get involved with everything.
We all do a little bit of everything, but you can't all do the same thing at once. We've learned that.
Yeah.
And we fight over it, and this, I don't know what that saying is, too many Indians, or too many chiefs and not enough Indians. We try and all, not step on each other's toes.
And for you, so you're always introducing new flavors, as you said, but do you guys have some of your own favorites, like that you make at home?
Yeah, definitely. I love anything like spicy. So I honestly, my favorite is really like the hot sausage. That's my favorite. And I have a 15-month-old daughter. When she was like 5 months old, her sausage that she tried, the first one was a hot sausage, and she likes it too. I like spicy, and I like the steak tips. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I like the steak tips as well. I mean, all the marinated meats, I love them all. I mean, they kind of, my favorite changes from time to time, I guess. Depends on when we come up with something new, I'm always excited about it, and that's kind of what I always want over everything else. But I'm a big fan of the cheese and garlic Italian sausage. And I mean, again, I don't have like a particular, we have so many flavors, it's very tough to pick on like marinated.
We do eat sausages a lot though.
Yeah.
At least 3 nights a week we do eat sausages. You got to do quality control.
You have to, right?
Yeah. We also make our own meatballs too. We got a meatball machine about 2 years ago now. We developed a recipe, and we sell fresh meatballs. So we do eat a lot of our meatballs too.
And do you have those meatballs? Do you just do those raw, or do you have those in some different sauces, like Swedish and then normal sort of like red sauce, Italian style?
We have Italian style and Italian chicken style. So
but they're running with your question. They're not in a sauce.
Oh, they're not in a sauce. No,
right.
They come in a ready to cook container, and they're frozen fresh.
Got it.
Fresh frozen.
Yeah.
They're really delicious if you haven't tried them.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to try those out yet. We'll have to pick some up.
Yeah.
You have to tell me what a cannoli sausage is, because I saw this on the Instagram and I'm so lost.
What is what?
A cannoli sausage.
Oh God. My mother was very confused by it too.
Yeah.
That was just, maybe we'll let Amy talk.
So that was just an April Fool's joke. Yeah, last year we did a sausage cologne, which people also believed. And then this year, I mean, maybe it's something that you guys should go into.
Yeah, a lot of people,
Dessert flavored sausage.
a
Yeah.
lot of people asked about both, and even back to that cologne, we had some employees coming in and be like asking about it. And a friend, one of my friends, like, oh, my dad wants to buy that. Like, you know, where can he get it? I'm like, who would even want to smell like that? I don't know.
I mean, I didn't see April Fool's and I was like, is this legitimate? Like it doesn't say a date, it just says a week ago. I was like,
Yeah.
is this real? You had some positive comments on there, so maybe
Yeah.
people want to see it.
Yeah.
When it comes to so you obviously do everything, you're very involved in the community and all that, but do you have any partnerships with other local businesses? Have you worked with other local spots since you're very immersed like in the New England area?
We really haven't gotten into that a whole lot, to be honest, but I know with talking with Amy and you know, and us here, something that we're going to start to get into, you know, sooner than later, and try and continually keep going with that. I think it's definitely great for us to be more involved. You know, we try and do local stuff, whether it be just, you know, if it's donations, or like in the city of Medford, they do like a taste of Medford. So we try and get involved with that, and, you know, try and be as involved with the community, whether it's physically doing something or if it's just, you know.
It was a big change for us too, because
Yeah.
we were so involved in the community in Revere. We were there for 60 plus years. My great grandparents, my grandparents, my father, everyone went to school there. So we would do a bunch of stuff with like the local schools. I even went in a bunch of times and did, what was it like? Not like work week, or I went over, talked to the kids about the business. We would do so much with the city of Revere. So I know we've been here for a while, but we're still we're making connections and doing, yeah, we do. Our ties definitely are to Revere, but you know, we love the city of Medford.
So I know one of my personal favorite things that I got to try from you guys was the breakfast sausages. I cooked those up and I did a, you know, just traditional breakfast style with some eggs and toast and everything, put them on sandwiches, put them in a couple different things. And that was one of my personal favorites. I also got to try out the marinated the marsala chicken, and I paired that up with some of the Dino's pasta that we picked up and we interviewed recently, and that was delicious as well. So what are some of your other favorite recipes that you like to do using your meat? So I know we already talked about some of your personal favorite flavors and stuff, but do you have any particular recipes that you like to do that'll incorporate them?
We post a lot on our page. It is one of my favorite dishes to make, because I feel like I always have something in my fridge that goes with it. I'll use like an orecchiette pasta or make it with the beans, whether it's rabi, broccolini. Sometimes I'll put some fresh tomatoes in there. That's one of my recipes I kind of like to make for my family. I feel like I always have all those ingredients in my house with the cantalini beans. I don't know if you've ever tried something like that before.
I don't think I've ever made anything like that, but I've definitely had dishes like that. I feel like everything I do, I put pasta in it because I just love pasta. Nick and I are a little different in that regard.
Yeah, we love pasta.
So good. The sausage is great in any pasta. We did the gorgonzola. We made it with the Dino's fresh raviolis, and it was really, really good.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much stuff that you can put sausages, whether we have a pizza oven at our house, we're always putting sausage toppings on our pizzas. Even like the spicy chicken sausage, when I'm trying to lose some weight, I always do that with some vegetables. I mean, it doesn't always have to be a sausage, pepper, and onion sub. There's so much stuff that you can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go wrong with that either, though.
Yeah.
No, I can't take credit for it, but my brother makes unbelievable sausage stuffed peppers, and those are always really good. Our other brother, Lewis. Yeah. So we do have a lot of recipes.
Bianca threw me under the bus. I don't not like pasta. I love pasta, but I just tend to cook a lot more with rice. But I could definitely see chopping up some of those sausages, mixing them with rice, doing almost like a dirty rice type of thing. Something like that would be delicious. And yeah, I don't know. I definitely need to try some of the chorizo as well, because I love cooking that up and mixing it with eggs and everything. That's like my favorite breakfast: some eggs and potatoes and chorizo. Yeah, really.
We actually sell just the chorizo meat, like
Yeah.
loose meat, and a lot of people come in and will do that with their breakfast stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
That-
You can't
yeah,
usually
that's
find
become
that,
really
so that's
popular.
really nice to have.
Yeah.
We did that with the Italian, because you sell that ground already, right? Too
Yeah.
separated. We've used that a few times. I think we've shared on our Instagram with you before. We did the like crostinis with it. It was really good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah,
She's made that
I
a bunch of
actually
times.
I made them for the family one day. They look so good.
They were so good.
Yeah,
I
they
need
were
them
so
again.
easy to make.
Yes, they are, which
They
makes them
were.
even better if you're having like a party or something. You just make a
Yeah,
ton of
it was-
crostinis.
It was a great appetizer. Now that we have cocktail rope sausage, so it's like a big coil. I don't know if you've ever seen it, and we have basil one. And I've actually taken that a few times and made it like little like pigs in a blanket, but with sausages inside. And that's really a good little appetizer to put out too.
I was curious what you made with those because it was so interesting. Like, how do you cook it? Because it's just one long piece as opposed to like a bunch of separate sausages.
So you can throw it right on the grill, but if you get like a small frying pan, it cooks so fast. You just cook it, give it like a nice flip. If you have people coming over, it's nice if you put it out on a cutting board with some slices of bread, some cheese, some peppers, and kind of just, you can cut off of it, just something to pick on.
Yeah. So with summer coming, obviously there's a ton of stuff that you can do with your recipes. I mean, what's great about what you have is it's good all year long. I mean, there's so many different things to do. But obviously the grilling season's coming up and Nick knows he loves to smoke, he loves his grill. So when you're cooking these on the grill, what are some of your favorite products to throw in there? I know really any of them would go. Like steak tips are perfect for summer. I mean, you have your sausages are perfect for summer. But when you're grilling these up, do you have like a favorite method, and what are your like go-to several products to just like throw on the grill for a quick backyard barbecue?
We kind of like throw everything on the grill.
We put everything
Anything and
all summer
everything.
long. We don't travel without meat. Like everywhere we go, whether it's the dentist, like everyone gets sausage wherever we go. But we just cook everything. Sausage. We always have chicken wings, steak tips. Chinese pork is really a big. Everyone loves the Chinese pork. It's like kind of sweet, like candy. So we always throw that as kind of like a little appetizer.
Yeah, that for summer barbecue, having stuff like that, the sausages, things that you can just throw on the grill, pull off, and then serve to a bunch of people with some pasta salad or potato salad or something on the side, something cold to go with it, really hits a spot. Do you get into any different like cooking methods other than that, like smoking meat or anything like that? Have you experimented there?
Well, we have a pizza oven, so we'll
we
cook
make
stuff in the
stuff
pizza
in the oven.
oven, but we don't have a smoker.
Nick,
That's
that's
been
you. You got to get tagging on the smoking recipe.
yeah, that's been the big game changer for me. A few years ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago, I started smoking meat, and the meat that you get after that, just like the flavors that you get from the smoke. And I'm excited. I'm gonna have to try. I haven't done smoked sausages or anything like that yet, so that's gonna be something that I'll have to try. But even I could see smoking up just some of the regular cuts of meat and everything. It's takes a lot longer, but the payoff at the end when you have that 8 hours that you put into it is so worth it.
Yeah.
Well, we love ribs, and we do sell baby back ribs here. They are delicious, but they're not marinated. You have to marinate them yourself. But people come in all summer for the ribs.
Yep, and that's one of my favorites. And I don't do a marinade or anything on those either. I find that when you smoke, you don't really need to put a lot of marinade on beforehand. You put a rub, like a dry rub. So slap some mustard on, and then some like brown sugar, white sugar, and some pepper and whatnot. I always like putting a lot of cayenne pepper because I also love eating spicy food.
Spicy,
so
yeah.
it always ends up being a little bit too spicy for everyone else to eat, but it's perfect for me.
He's
But
not kidding.
yeah, that's kind of the way that I go with the ribs as well. So non-marinated is perfect. If you have it too marinated, I think it'll get too you won't get the same crust as you will, because you need the sugars to kind of caramelize on top and harden up.
Yeah.
We talk about booze on here a lot, so we have to ask, what are your go-to beverages when you're just relaxing and you want something to drink? What's in your glass?
I really don't drink, actually. I'm the wrong person to ask.
I mean, I mean, I like a little bit of everything. I mean, I'm cool with it. So like, with beer, I'm not like into all the
You like high noons?
I'm saying about seltzers. I'm talking about beer, but I mean, I drink beer, seltzer. I mean, I like, just like nice cocktail is fine with me, or wine too. I mean, I kind of not super picky when it comes to my choice of beverage. So
Yeah, I
We
could
aren't
see
either. We usually,
So we're boring in that sense. I'm sorry.
when it comes to the beer and like the local craft beer scene and everything, I could definitely see a partnership there with you guys with the beer sausages, the beer wurst, whatever you call them.
the bratwurst, yeah, we've done that a little bit. We do make one. We sell them really frozen, not fresh. We make them every once in a while, and that's something we tried getting into in the past with a couple local places. And I think kind of we're getting into it last year a little bit, then COVID kind of put a halt on things.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, with our new place, and we have so much capabilities here to get into new stuff like that. And, it's not like we have obviously the capability to still continue to grow. Like, I mean, we're definitely grown a lot since we've gotten here, but for stuff like that and coming up with new flavors, we're always looking to get into something a little different realistically to kind of just broaden our product line and, get you attract more people with, we do something totally different. So
Yep.
Everyone's looking for something sometimes.
Oh yeah.
we also saw that you are shipping now to people. So if they can't come pick it up, or if they can't find it in a store near them, is that local only, or do you ship to?
No, we ship all over. We've been doing it for a long time. I know we kind of got into advertising it about a month or so ago. We put a post on social media. There's a lot of people will email us and they'll call and say, "Do you guys ship?" And we've been doing it for years, but we ship all over. We've sent stuff to Hawaii before. We've sent to Florida every single week.
Bermuda, Aruba.
Yeah, we had stuff, California, the whole country. We
That's
sent
awesome.
stuff to, and we never really have any issues with it. I mean, a lot of people that either lived up here, they travel and then they move places and they get it once, and then they kind of just get into, having their neighbors have it, and then people try and, ask if there's supermarkets in their area that carry it, but that's a whole other level that maybe we'll get into someday of getting into supermarkets beyond New England. But yeah, the shipping it's a help. I mean, it's good for us to see other people throughout the country wanting to get our product. Even though they can just go to
And a lot of this stuff is like so regional. Even if you go down to Florida, they don't even sell steak tips in Florida.
That's
I know,
news to me. That's crazy.
When we
they
were in
don't sell
Florida, it was
steak tips out here.
impossible to find them. We were like, where are the steak tips? And people were so confused. They're like, what are you talking about? What's this?
Yeah, they
You
don't,
don't
like
even know
have
what
any-
it is.
They don't have anything in like tips in Florida, like chicken tips, turkey tips. They don't.
It's strange.
Anything.
Yeah.
That is
Very
strange.
strange.
I imagine there's a lot of people from up here that move down there for the winter to escape the cold, and they need to keep their Bianco fix coming. So that's
Yeah.
probably a lot of shipping heading down to Florida from that.
Yeah, and in the wintertime we do a lot. I mean, the summer too, but in the wintertime, stuff going down south it's like every week we have numerous orders going out. So
Yep.
So before we close out, is there anything else you'd like to share with our audience about what you have coming up, or just anything about you in general?
You want the gossip. I mean, we're definitely working on new stuff for the fall, but we're always working to develop new products and keep our customers happy, but nothing major coming right now.
Well, we'll definitely stay tuned and see what you guys do have coming up, because all
Yeah.
your flavors, everything that we've had from you, the marinades, I know for myself, like I said, the breakfast sausages, the Chinese pork, and the house steak tips I had too. Those are phenomenal. So everything you guys have has been delicious so far. So we're excited to see what else you guys make.
yeah,
Yeah.
again, there's some new flavors coming up with the supermarkets that want new stuff for the summer. So once we get into making them and starting to sell them to the stores, I mean, we're gonna have them available here in Medford.
So they'll be coming soon.
And yeah, I mean, definitely keep your eyes out in the local supermarkets, especially up there in Maine and New Hampshire too. They're gonna have some new flavors. We know that. And most of our new stuff, I mean, we're always posting on social media. So I mean, I'd say that's the place to kind of check us out and stay tuned on there for whatever's coming next, basically.
And where can we find you on social media?
We're on Facebook, Instagram. We have a LinkedIn account too. And then we actually just started a YouTube page a few months back, trying to post kind of recipes and stuff on there. So that's not a bad spot to check out, stuff that we already have, but just of how to cook, like our Comfort Creations line. But I mean, Facebook and Instagram are the two places to go to kind of stay up on everything.
Up to date, yeah.
Perfect. And Nick will put those links in the show notes so that everybody can visit you and follow you. And you've likely already seen Bianco if you're listening, because we have tagged you many times. But we will continue to do so as we love cooking with all of your different meats. But we thank you guys so much for coming on. And we think this is really exciting, and we can't wait to see what else you guys come out with in the summer and in the fall.
Thank you so
for having
much.
us.
Thanks again. Cheers.
Awesome.
Be sure to follow us on social at Uncorked Corner and on the blog at uncorkedcorner.com for a taste of more food and beverage content.
And if you enjoyed the show, don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe, rate, and review on whatever podcast platform you prefer. Thanks for listening.